From the outside, the Soviet Union looks cold, gray, and controlled, with long lines, strict rules, and a government deciding every part of life. But what if it wasn't exactly what we imagine? What if behind the public face, millions of people lived secret stories filled with hope, courage, and quiet rebellion? If someone had grown up there, they would notice the contradictions immediately: loud speeches praising strength, but empty store shelves. Strict rules, yet hidden ways to resist and dream. Life wasn't just black or white. It was complicated, strange, and full of human moments that history books rarely tell. Behind the walls, families whispered, neighbors helped each other secretly, and children learned to survive with careful smiles. And once someone started seeing this world from the inside, it became clear that reality was far deeper than anyone outside could. Imagine growing up in the Soviet Union meant living in a small apartment where winters were freezing, kitchens were tiny, and windows didn't close properly. Parents worked long hours standing in queues for bread, sugar, or milk. Every sound outside felt strict and distant. At school, children wore identical uniforms, learned patriotic songs and slogans, and were expected to obey without question. But at home, the world was different. Families shared jokes quietly, whispered about dreams, and supported each other in ways that no one outside could see. Children discovered early that there were two faces to life: the public face for teachers and authorities, and the private face for friends and family. Even in scarcity, laughter and imagination survived, teaching resilience before they even understood the word as teenagers. They began to notice contradictions everywhere. Posters on walls promised abundance while shelves stayed empty. Teachers praised the nation's success while factories failed to deliver goods. Friends whispered about music, books, and ideas forbidden by the state. Families shared small rebellions at home, telling stories from before the system became rigid. The teenager realized the world they had learned in school was incomplete, and the adults around them carried hidden truths. Even small moments like trading a Western tape, reading a forbidden magazine, or secretly planning a future far away felt like acts of courage. Life became a delicate balance between obedience and private freedom, survival and curiosity, fear and hope. Then everything changed suddenly. The system that had controlled every part of life began to crumble. Newspapers printed truths that had been buried for decades. People spoke openly in the streets. Borders changed, money lost value, and jobs vanished. The collapse of the Soviet Union destroyed the world that millions had learned to navigate with caution and skill. Life became uncertain, chaotic, and full of danger, but also full of opportunity. For the first time, people could choose their path freely. They learned to rebuild their lives from scratch, trading, starting small businesses, or leaving for other countries. Freedom came with fear, but it also brought a chance to dream openly. Looking back, life in the Soviet Union wasn't simply black or gray, cruel or hopeless. It was complicated, full of contradictions, and human resilience. People learned to survive under strict rules, find joy in small moments, and hope quietly in the face of scarcity. Families supported each other, neighbors shared what little they had, and children discovered courage and imagination early. The real story of the Soviet Union isn't about power, politics, or propaganda. It's about the human spirit that endured, adapted, and quietly thrived. And perhaps the truth is this: life there was never what outsiders imagined. But for those who lived it, it was a story of survival, strength, and hope that refused to die.